ntse ke hoa madume ba mamedi ba batle ka lebitso ke Rethabile Makhetha Rethabile yang kgethisa kgetha batho
Athunya musi athunya lerole wa bona ka bona
Welcome to this week's episode of The Industry with Bafokeng.
And make things right, you know war.
Oh, and of course, I give Bafokeng, but she asked me to take over, and here I am. Ke qala pele ka ho leboha hle wena Bafokeng ka monyetla ona o moholo o mphileng ona. She is not feeling well, and we hope hore o tlo tla o ikutlwa o le beterenyana. Re ke kene tabeng ke se ka bua haholo ho moferefere sesole sa Lesotho, sorry, ne se tshwere kwana Afrika Borwa. Lesotho soldiers were arrested on border patrol after exchanging fire with the South African National Defence Force. Now, the charges were theft, immigration, robbery with aggravating circumstances, and possession of unlicensed firearms. Kitla tabeng eno ya unlicensed firearms. I mean, sesole se ba le unlicensed firearms jwang. Wena momedi motle ho utlwahala hore ditho tsena tsa sesole sa LDF di nentse di batlana le mashudi a diphoofolo hona kwana Afrika Borwa ke moo ba leng ba qhautswa hona teng.
Africa, your life has just begun. Rise and grow. Africa, your life has just begun. Your life has just begun. Rise and grow. Rise.
Kile ka tjho ho moferefere ho madubedube masola South African Defence Force le ona ile a qhautswa ke sesole sa Lesotho Defence Force kgweding e hodimo ba fungwana ba sena ditokomane ntse ba tshela makoloi ya bona fora maserukwanana. Ya unlicensed firearms, a fireman licensed in Lesotho and not declared crossing into South Africa or vice versa is unlicensed in the respective country. So, ho ka etsahala hore ebe firearm e licensed monana, high licensed kwana, hence ho to unlicensed firearms. Ntse le ka ho utlwisisa di-charge tsenana tse neng di fuwe batho banana ba ditho tsena tsa Lesotho Defence Force. Ho ya ka nna, livestock theft is both a crime in South Africa and Lesotho, so the Lesotho government can request for the extradition of the criminals to be dealt with in Lesotho's criminal justice system, right? But to simply cross the border and fetch them is not somehow proper in strict international law. I mean, seba crossa di border into a different nation enangli its own sovereignty. So, ke mokgonana ba tshwerweng ho ya ka nna. Maybe that's a serious criminal offense according to South Africa. And also, international law supports the arrest of the members of the LDF. Morena Joan Molapo, who is a former minister, although a former minister of what? Olare on the Twitter streets, there's a concept in foreign relations called reciprocal and proportional. The response by Lesotho to the detaining of LDF members was appropriate and left in the ball in RSA's court. The decision to now run to Pretoria is a capitulation and an invitation for more disrespecting. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but somebody replied to this. Various regimes of Lesotho, except that of Morana Labu, have contributed to SA disrespect of Lesotho, and you have been part of this mediocrity. Lesotho depends entirely on South Africa because of its consumer status. Basotho will be more hurt in this hostility. So, ihle muso haulo qeqisa SA. There have been debates about whether Lesotho should apologize to the South African National Defence Force or not. A lot of people are saying the Lesotho Defence Force should apologize because a great number of Basotho are going to be hurt. We entirely depend on South Africa for almost everything. We are geographically disadvantaged. We're completely surrounded by South Africa, and so South Africa taking into account South Africa is highly equipped with technology. Somebody said we cannot take on such an army. We cannot take on the South African National Defence Force because they're highly equipped, got the best technology, and they double our army twice and half. So apologizing would be the best alternative, just like I said.
Turn around and make things right. Rise and go. Africa, your life is just read the headlines.
And a lot of people, although Ntsabare Lesotho should apologize. Some people beg to differ, but apologize for what? For who? Mula Uteng, how to without cutting corners. It's not like we went into SA and kidnapped those nigglets. Okay, if both nigglets were found where they shouldn't be, Mulao, how sebeze? But it doesn't matter who you are, Mulao o sebeze, no matter what. After all, nobody is above the law, right? Otola pele mothina o re bothata gore South Africa e kgolo and it's developed. Jwale it's seen as an idol. That very mentality is the one preventing us from reaching our full potential. We are not destined to be inferior to SA. Hal Bato are complaining it looks like we are begging SA. But Liteng, don't you think fighting SA would be biting the very hand that feeds us? However, there's hope Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Makhetha tweeted and said he will lead a delegation to South Africa to hold talks with President Cyril Ramaphosa with a view to arriving at an amicable solution following the arrest of Lesotho Defence officers in South Africa and the recent arrest of South African National Defence Force and border officials in the Kingdom of Lesotho. I hope I mentioned earlier South Africa le batho ba sebetsang madibohong a South Africa le Lesotho.
Africa, your life is just begun. Rise and grow. Rise and grow. Africa, your life.
Hoseng wa Mantaha o ne o fetileng tona go le Dr. Mwekezi Majoro o ile etsa taelo ya gore masole a Afrika Borwa a ditlamong a lokollwe hanghang. Masole ana a South African National Defence Force a mabedi a tshwere mmogo le basebetsi ba babedi ba madibohong a Afrika Borwa mme jwale bone ba bona Dr. Majoro o ile a re ba lokollwe ka ho panya wanti with immediate effect. A ke re bele ba tshwarwa hona kgoding ene ye hodimo ka di 20. I don't know where you are. I don't know what you're thinking. But do you think to yourself, South Africa, should Lesotho retaliate? The very same country that basically does everything for it. Sentse ke tlo tsamaya ehlile nako e batla e ba monna haholo ha o ba mona di ehlile nako e rata ho tla batho. Bafokeng will start having interviews on Instagram. It will be conducted through Instagram Live, where she will invite a guest. She'll give you more details about it. I cannot wait, and I hope you cannot wait too. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. Until next time, have a great week ahead of you. Have a great week ahead of you. COVID-19. Rethabile Makhetha, ke kgethedi yang kgethe sekgetha batho.